What's up guys, my name is Ryan, and this is going to be my movie review for Creed 3, which I saw with my friends last night. And this time around is directed by lead actor of these Creed films, Michael B. Jordan himself. And stars Michael B. Jordan, obviously, Tessa Thompson, Jonathan Majors as the next antagonist for this Creed film, Wood Harris, Florian Munteanu, which I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly, and Phylicia Rashad. And this is the third Creed film, and the 9th installment overall in the Rocky Balboa franchise, in which Creed is a spin-off of the Rocky films. And it takes place a few years after the second one, where Adonis Creed has now retired from professional boxing to spend more time with his family, including his fiancée Bianca, his daughter Amara, and his mother Mary Ann, and also starts running his own boxing gym and already training his own protege, Felix Chavez. However, when his childhood friend and former boxing champion, played by Jonathan Majors, returns after years, it soon becomes more than just an unexpected challenge and reunion, making this Creed's most personal fight yet. This is also the first time that Sylvester Stallone as Rocky Balboa isn't in one of these films, and he's still around as producer for this film, alongside with Ryan Coogler, who is the director of the first film, and Michael B. Jordan himself. So with him not being in this movie, I know it might let down some fans, but I personally don't mind because as after watching the film, I see why he doesn't really fit in the story anyway. But yeah, this is Michael B. Jordan's directional debut, and I think he knocks it out of the park personally. It's setting up a bright future for him as a director, and he made this film really personal to the characters after starring in films that deeply studied his characters at least, like Fruitvale Station, Black Panther of course, Journal for Jordan, and of course the Creed films. And that's the kind of style that he implemented with this film here for his directional debut, and I guess he learned a lot from Ryan Coogler, I guess. But I have to say that the acting in this movie is just top-notch. Everyone does such a fantastic job in this movie. I think one of my two favorites is probably Jonathan Majors, who once again knocks it out of the park with his acting. And I mean, the dude really has his career going for him. I mean, he's able to bring out that mixed emotion where he looks happy and humble on the outside, but you sense this egotistical anger in the inside of him. And I'm just so impressed with how he's able to bring that out in his characters. It's just really impressive. And Phylicia Rashad has to be my other favorite actress in this movie as well. I think she brings out the true emotion in this film. I think an improvement from the Rocky films is how better these films in this franchise have been shot over time with these Creed films. I mean, there were some shots in this movie that I thought were just absolutely brilliant and beautiful, and I just loved. I also really like the editing as well, and I personally really like the writing and story behind this too. You have this excellent blend of character development, emotional moments, big boxing fun, hyped up, pumped up, exciting, motivating, inspirational moments, which makes for a great story to tell. And it's one of those movies, I think, like, it's kind of like Unkind Gems or something. I think that's the name. Yeah, something like that, with starring Adam Sandler, where the dialogue feels so real and grounded that you actually think that it's as though it's a real conversation that you can experience in the real world. It's that grounded, and I'm honestly want to see more films that are like this, where the dialogue and the writing feels so real that you actually can hear yourself hearing these kinds of conversations in the real world, in real life. And obviously, like with the rest of the Rocky films and the Creed films, obviously Creed 3 is another awesome look into the real heavyweight world of boxing. There were some scenes and shots in this movie, though, that were made very cinematically or were pretty dramatized to help set the mood in the movie, which at times I thought it took away the reality from how grounded this movie was for me. But it was only a few scenes, really, and honestly, it might just be me being a bit nitpicky at this point, but I know it does still help set up, make the film more epic, cool, and just nothing short of badass. There was also some aspect in me that feels a tiny bit, a little teensy bit underwhelmed at times of this movie, given how Adonis Creed is retired for the majority of the movie besides the beginning and the end. But I guess at the same time, again, it's probably the most personal story of Creed since the first one. And so that's probably why, but still, I actually like these types of films where that really dive deep into these characters. So overall, it's an awesome movie. It's big, epic, with sparring action, an emotional character and family dynamic and or development moments that I really enjoyed, especially the family dynamics between Adonis Creed and Bianca and their daughter Amara. I really like those scenes where you get to see the family bonding together. It really shows the progression in their characters ever since the first Creed film. It all feels very grounded and gets to the personal core of these characters. It feels a tiny, teensy little bit underwhelming at times, but again, like the acting is really top notch in this movie, and for me, this is a really great big next step for Michael B. Jordan's film career. And overall, I just had a really fun time with this movie. Like in big moments where it's like the big boxing matches and all that, and where it really tries to get you up on your feet to like stand and cheer. Yeah, I really like those moments, and yeah, it was just a really fun time I had. And the emotional and touching moments are really what bring this film up for me, because yeah, they really do hit you. Well, for me at least. I'm gonna go ahead and give Creed 3 a 9 out of 10 and an A. Definitely go check out this movie if you want to have a fun time in the theater, or if you have watched the previous two Creed films and you want to know what happens next, and you want to know what these characters go through, or want to see them continuing their character arcs and developments in this movie, then I highly recommend you check this one out. Or if you just want to see a boxing movie or a sports movie in general, then yes, you could definitely go check this one out. But my question is for you guys, have you seen Creed 3 yet? If so, what do you think of it? And you can let me know in the comments down below. And if you like this video, you can leave a like, as it helps a ton. And if you haven't already, subscribe so you can tune in for more videos like this, where I do movie reviews for lots of things. Or at least that's one of my ambitions for this channel, at least, which I'm still working on. But hopefully it's a start, at least. It's a start. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Rhinos, roll out. Take care.